Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Okay guys, this was asked a lot. Building the worst bodybuilder using different body parts from different bodybuilders. Basically, since we have done the perfect bodybuilder using the same process, this was one of the most requested videos on this channel and today we're finally gonna do it. So we are going to use 8 different body parts from 8 different bodybuilders. We are not gonna use any bodybuilder though, but actually the 8 Mr. Olympia winners of the modern era of the sport, which in my opinion started with Dorian Yates' reign. So today we need 8 different body parts, and for that we have 8 Mr. Olympia winners, meaning every Olympian is gonna get one entry, one body part. Today we are going to deal with the front double biceps pose, and if you guys like the idea, we're gonna proceed to the other mandatories as well. The best way to show me that you'd like to see the series continue is to get 1000 likes to this video. Once we get those 1000 likes, we're gonna put out the next episode. I believe this is more than a fair deal. One more thing before we begin. This hybrid will not be a joke. I will not try to make him look as bad as possible, but instead I will make him look as strong as possible using the weakest body parts from the past Olympians. I will not use body parts from their worst shapes, like to say Dorian's buys from 97 or Phil's abs from 2017-2018, no. I will be using their weakest body parts from their prime years, not weak body parts resulted from injuries. Okay, let's not waste any more time and get to business. First step is the forearms. As some bodybuilders may have several weaker body parts, because we only have one entry per bodybuilder, we have to choose only one body part wisely. For the forearms, the winner is Cutler. Guys like Dexter, Rhoden or even Ronnie Coleman could have made the cut, but we saved them for later. So for the forearms, we have J. Boom. Second step is the biceps, and for most of you the answer is pretty obvious, I believe. At least for the modern era, the Olympia winner with the weakest set of buys was probably Dorian Yates. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not gonna use his buys after his injuries. He suffered after 94, so we're going with Dorian's biceps from 93. Boom. Third step is the triceps, and for this step we're concerned about the tricep sweeps, not the lateral head. Dorian could have been an option again, but we have to look somewhere else now. For those of you who know Ronnie had the weak triceps, keep in mind that his lateral head was weak indeed, but not his long head. Ronnie had actually some of the best sweeps of all time. The winner for this muscle group is Flexatron Shawn Rhoden, who had some of the weakest triceps overall. Boom. Next step is the chest, and I apologize to the Dorian Yates fans, but he could have been an option here as well as Dexter and Phil, and I will go with Phil Heath on this one as Dorian is already used and Dexter has a better match in this video. So Phil Heath for the chest. Boom. Step number 5 is the lats, and for sure Dorian wouldn't be an option now as he's got the best lats in this lineup and probably of all time. I cannot say that any of the Olympians we're talking in this video had the really bad lats, but out of them, the weakest at this department was probably Dexter Jackson, at least as far as this pose is concerned. So boom. Step number 6 is the midsection, and this should be pretty obvious. as we're not talking body parts after injuries or other kind of health issues, and since we're using body parts only from the Olympians' prime years, Ronnie Coleman definitely makes the cut here. Boom. This is his midsection from 1998, where it did not look as bad and distended as later on, but it didn't look very good either. Step number 7 is the quads, and we have left 2 muscle groups and 2 more Olympians to choose from, namely Brandon Curry and Big Ramy. For the quads, the answer should be more than obvious, as Big Ramy had some of the craziest quads of all time. He could never make this step. However, Brandon's biggest issue throughout his career has been his legs, so this one is quite fitting. Brandon gets the quads. Boom. Step number 8 is the calves. Big Ramy is the only one left. His calves may not be the weakest in this lineup, as I believe at least Dexter and Brandon were even worse. But Ramy would not be fitting for the lats or the quads in this video, so he remains with the calves. But let's be honest, Ramy's calves are pretty weak as well. Boom. And now we have used all of our 8 Olympians for the 8 main muscle groups in this pose, but we have one more step to go until we are done. We need a face for our worst body parts hybrid. Even though I tried to make him look as good as possible, choosing someone's face for this experiment is tricky, as this cannot be seen as positive, no matter how much I try. So yes, we are going to troll someone now, and we need to choose wisely. It has to be someone who deserves to be trolled, someone who himself has trolled the bodybuilding community for years. This is karma, Mr. Comeback. Boom! To make things clear, Kai Greene as a bodybuilder is top 5 of the modern era for me, but him as a person deserves a bit of revenge from the fans. This is our worst body parts hybrid, using only past Olympians' body parts, and putting Kai's face on it, the one who never got to win the Olympia, seems even more fitting for the revenge from the fans to be complete. So there you have it, guys, the worst body parts hybrid you've been asking for quite a while. What do you guys think? Is this what you wanted? If so, make sure you like this video and get it 1000 likes for the second episode to be unlocked. Also make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. We have other interesting series as well. Thank you guys, and see you next time.